welcome back. We're here today at the Gogi Village, the Richardson Hall, and it's a beautiful place to have this interview with Reuben Gertz, who is a full-time resident here. And you've lived here for how long, Reuben?
2 years.
2 years, and you came here from?
Colorado Springs.
Colorado, and he had the Pikes Peak in his backyard to view, but you still love Tahlequah just as much, huh?
Well, I like the rolling hills. I love the rivers and the lakes. It's a beautiful country.
And you actually are a missionary?
Yes.
And you've traveled all around? Where are some of the countries you've traveled as a missionary?
Well, throughout Europe and Russia.
That's interesting. And a lot of missionaries that retire and come to the Gogi Village here in Tahlequah, right?
Around 50 missionaries plus 25 mission agencies are represented here.
Oh, that's outstanding. One of the reasons that I wanted to preface the interview here with that is because the gentleman that you are going to be have the main speaker at the Missions Festival here, and that's going to be September the 24th, 25th, and the 26th, and it is Reverend Dr. Werner Berkland, and you actually know him. Yes,
we met him in 1956. I first met Werner when he was the Youth for Christ director in Frankfurt, Germany.
And you just spoke a little German to us. Why don't you give us a little sampling?
Okay, guten Tag, wie geht es Ihnen?
Ah, all right. Now
that means good day. Oh. How's it going?
Okay, so being around in different places, he is most known for being on the Graham team, Billy Graham team?
Yes, he was. He was the Youth for Christ president of Germany and then Europe. And then Dr. Graham approached him about developing the itinerant evangelism conference in the 80s in the Netherlands. So he was an associate of the Graham team.
And with that, he's met all kinds of foreign leaders and started all kinds of groups for Christ, correct?
Yes. Oh, yes. He was very well known in Germany, and not only in Germany, but in the United States as well.
Well, and he is going to come here and speak, and what do you think he's going to be talking to us all about?
Well, you see, he was a missionary kid. He and his parents got kicked out of China when Mao Zedong took over the Cultural Revolution between the 30s and the 60s. They were all booted out. And so when Dr. Graham had this itinerant evangelism conference, he asked Werner to go back to China to see if he could get some evangelists from China to participate in that conference in Holland.
So that's really where it all began then, right?
Right.
Oh, gosh. So he has a massive career in evangelism, and how did we get him to come to Tahlequah?
Well, they were looking for a speaker, and I happened to know him personally, so I called him up. And he said, yeah, I think I'd like to come to Tahlequah. I've heard a little bit about Tahlequah and the surrounding areas, and I'd be interested in coming there.
And who all is invited to this mission festival?
We've invited every church in Cherokee County. We've written to them. We've invited the pastors to Gogi Village at a luncheon. Mm-hmm. And then we've recruited 12 people to visit every pastor in this town to share with them the brochures and the posters, and to personally invite them to hear what Dr. Werner Berkland has to say about China.
Now, is it just for pastors, or could I go and other local citizens?
It's for everybody.
Oh.
You know, missions is for everybody. It's what Jesus is doing in the world today.
All right.
He's building his church. Can you imagine, Patty, in China, there was no television, no radio, no newspaper, no advertisement, and yet millions came to know Christ as their Savior. Now, how did they do it?
I don't know, but that's the biggest growing field for Christ that there is what you told me, and I've understood that to be true too. That's awesome. So everybody can come, and again, it is on September the 24th, 25th, and 26th. And I've noticed on your flyer that I'm sure will be spread all over town that there's going to be a women's luncheon, a men's breakfast, and several different events sprinkled in with just the lectures, correct?
That's right.
And
everyone is cordially invited. Now the luncheon for the ladies is in the afternoon, or at noon on Thursday, and the breakfast is Saturday morning, and it's by reservation.
I noticed that it said there's sign-up sheets for the breakfast and the luncheon. And where do they go for the sign-up sheets? Here at the Go Village?
There'll be a sign-up sheet here, or they can call in to the front office.
Well, and if you haven't been to the Go Village for we have several different events that they have throughout the year here. It's a good time to come and visit and see what a beautiful grounds that you have. And there's a lot of people that I know that live here personally, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful place.
Oh, it is a wonderful place.
Yeah.
There's some exciting people here who have lived all over the world, and it's so exciting to hear how they enjoyed the cultures of different people and how they ministered in different languages, and to hear all of the interesting stories that God has accomplished through them. It's exciting to be here.
Well, Reuben, it's a pleasure to have met you, and good luck on this wonderful festival, and we hope that everybody will attend that wants to be here. We'll be right back.